Today on 9 News Mornings, the deep freeze is coming. We are tracking the Arctic temps and snow headed our way. Just a few hours away from the annual State of the State address, we are talking with Colorado's Lieutenant Governor live to get a preview of what's to come. Plus, an old scam with a new look, what you should look out for to keep your money and your information safe. And there's no place like the stock show. An inside look at some of the experiences that might fly under the radar. 9 News Mornings starts now.
Breaking news, we're learning about a fire at a welding supply shop in Denver early this morning. Sky 9 is over the scene near South Federal Boulevard and West Florida. Now, the fire started around 4 o'clock this morning. Firefighters said it was really tough to put it out with all the welding material and the obstacles inside. The fire is now under control. Crews are working on hot spots, as you can see here. No one was hurt. Fire investigators are on scene to learn how it started.
Let's check in on how this is impacting your morning commute. Brianna, this is causing some pretty big traffic backups.
Yeah, we're seeing a heavy police presence in that area, like you mentioned, Denver Fire as well as Denver Police. So where we're seeing those slowdowns, Federal Boulevard and Florida Avenue. So part of Florida is blocked off right now. And then southbound Federal, we're seeing heavy delays in that area as well. So there is an alternate route for you if you're heading out the door and this is part of your morning drive. Louisiana Avenue, of course, once it clears up, we'll definitely keep you updated. Another thing that I'm tracking that Arvada Police just tweeted out, take a look at this. It's a manhole cover that broke right at the middle of the intersection. So right now there's still on scene until that's fixed. So that's at the intersection of Wadsworth Boulevard and 52nd Avenue. Once it is fixed and once traffic there is moving, I'll keep you updated right here.
And as far as our weather goes, we're in the backyard right now. Not all that bad, not all that breezy. Not the winds we saw yesterday, certainly, but they could be back tomorrow. And then very cold air still coming our way for the weekend. 17 degrees. A couple hours ago, we were 25. We've had a cold front push on through. Hasn't gotten to Colorado Springs. They're 20 degrees warmer than we are right now. As we take a look around, that's what we're seeing. Teens, 20s, and a 30-degree reading down there in Trinidad. So mostly cloudy, breezy, snow showers late, but not a big deal. 24 degrees, so much cooler than yesterday's 40-degree reading. Catch a little break tomorrow, 35 degrees, partly sunny skies. Then the Arctic air moves in with snow and cold. 9 degrees chance for snow Saturday, 6 degrees chance for snow Sunday. Snow showers Monday, a high just 15. And we finally break the grip of the Arctic air come Tuesday with a high of 39 degrees.
All right, Ed, thank you. We want to get back to that breaking news we've been following all morning in Broomfield. One person is dead after a police shooting overnight.
It happened outside an apartment complex near Highway 287 and 6th Avenue. That's where 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is now live with the latest. Good morning, Courtney.
Yeah, good morning, Jordan and Corey. It all began around 8:45 last night. Broomfield police say it started out as a domestic-related call here at Village Square Apartments, which is right behind me here. Now we're going to show you a little bit of what this looked like last night and a map of where this happened. Police initially responded to Burbank Street and then later updated social media that there was an officer-involved shooting on Alter Street a few blocks away. The officer was not injured. The suspect was taken to a hospital. Around 2:30 this morning, Broomfield police gave an update saying the suspect had died. We spoke with a neighbor who heard all this happening around 9 o'clock last night. She told us she heard police running or people running in the hallway and some kind of altercation with police shouting to stop. Then police came and knocked on her door saying to stay inside because a shooting had happened. Police say that the investigation is in its very early stages. We still have a lot of questions that we want to get answered for you, and as soon as we learn information, we'll keep you updated online and on air. Corey, Jordan.
All right, Courtney, thank you.
Right now, enrollment in Denver Public Schools is going up as more migrant families enroll their kids in schools. Now the district says they're having trouble paying for it. The multilingual education director with DPS says last January, a few new migrant children enrolled here and there. This year, she says they can get 60 new kids in 1 week. Since the start of the school year, DPS has enrolled more than 2,400 new students in total. She says they're happy to welcome in these migrant kids, but they're stretched thin.
I really try to not call it a crisis. We're talking about children in our schools and we want them there. And it is a crisis on a systems level, and how do we adjust our systems to meet this need?
She says DPS has already hired more staff and shifted other resources. DPS gets funding from the state based on the number of students enrolled. The state stops counting new students in October. The Colorado Department of Education says they're working on ways to help schools that have gotten a lot more students after that cutoff date.
Firefighters are having to figure out new ways to put out electric vehicle fires. Fires that start from lithium-ion batteries can be really hard to put out with water, like this one yesterday in Centennial. Firefighters say the car's battery was recalled last year because it could overheat and start a fire. They had to get the car out of the garage, then wrap a 60-pound tarp around it to stop the fire. They also wrapped a tarp around another car in the garage and took both to a safe location in Parker where the fire can smolder safely.
Hundreds more flights are canceled through at least tomorrow while crews inspect the Boeing 737 MAX 9 jets. One of those planes lost a piece mid-flight last week, so now they're grounded. Alaska and United Airlines are the only two that use these planes. The company that makes that part that fell off, the door plug, has been sued in the past over quality issues. Court documents show that Spirit AeroSystems has a long history of quality issues. Most recently, the company was at the center of a federal class action lawsuit in May. It alleged that the issues with quality happened because the company prioritized production numbers instead. Spirit AeroSystems is Boeing's main supplier of parts. Boeing also put the company on probation from 2018 through 2021 because of concerns about quality. In this Alaska Airlines case, it's still not clear if the door plug fell off because of issues with the manufacturer or the Boeing assembly line. The TSA says it stopped a record number of passengers from carrying guns onto airplanes in 2023. Nationwide, they found more than 6,700 guns at checkpoints. It's about a 3% increase from the previous year. Of those, the TSA says 93% were loaded. In Denver, we ranked 6th overall in the U.S. with 178 guns found. If you bring a gun to a checkpoint, you could be arrested and get up to a $15,000 fine. It is now 6:36 on your Thursday morning, and later this morning, Democratic Governor Jared Polis will deliver the State of the State address. He will speak before Colorado lawmakers at 11 o'clock at the Capitol. 9 News reporter Anusha Roy joins us live there now with a look at the top issues the governor will focus on today. Good morning.
Good morning, Corey and Jordan. Yeah, I have the Lieutenant Governor here with us. I want to jump right into it. When it comes to top issues the governor is going to be focusing on today, what do we expect?
Well, you know, we're going to look ahead to the future as to where we want Colorado to be when we're 150 years old, which is just around the corner. We've done a lot of listening, you know, from all over the state, and we've determined that people are most interested in making sure that we have housing that's affordable, depending on where you want to live and whether you want to rent or own. And then public safety is a big issue too. So we want to make sure Colorado is one of the 10 top safest states in the nation.
You know, speaking of housing, the Senate, we heard from Senate Republicans yesterday saying that is also one of the things, cost of living, that they're really hoping is an emphasis later today. And what they're looking for is a pledge from the governor to work with both Republicans, bring all sides together, and really start working on regulations, including in the construction industry, to open up the way for more affordable housing. Will the governor be offering enough specifics today to maybe find some common ground between all sides?
Yeah, I think the governor wants common ground. You know, one of the things we want to make sure we have is a really healthy, respectful discourse in all areas. So the governor's open to any suggestion that might increase our housing supply and make it so people can live where they want to live and close to where they work.
What kind of actionable items do you think people who are watching this today will take away?
I think they'll take away the fact that the governor's really forward-thinking. We're not resting on our laurels. We're moving ahead and trying to make sure that we, can save people money. We'll build a lot on what we've done in the past. Education has been a big passion for the governor. And then we'll talk about where we want to be, when we're 150 years old. So working together will be a big theme as well, because we don't believe in we want a robust policy discussion, but we don't want personal attacks.
All right. Well, thank you so much for waking up bright and early with us. We really appreciate it. Again, the governor is expected to start talking at 11 a.m. today. Of course, we are going to be here at the Capitol throughout the morning. We're going to be streaming that speech as well on multiple platforms for you to watch at home. Corey and Jordan?
Yeah, we thank Lieutenant Governor Diane Primavera for joining us this morning to preview that speech. Again, that's happening at 11 o'clock today, and you can watch it on some of our platforms live.
Anusha, thank you. Let's get a check of your forecast now with Ed.
Well, one thing that we're looking at is that we will see much colder air coming our way. We've got some snow on the mountains at this hour. That will all change, and we will see the Arctic air arrive for the weekend. And by Arctic air, we mean temperatures not out of the single digits.
And right now, Sky 9 over that scene that we've been showing you all morning of a welding supply shop. You can see it right now on your screen. I believe we have fire crews, Denver Fire, Denver Police as well. And we just got a new update as well. Fire crews have southbound Federal closed at Florida because of this structure fire. And then part of West Florida is also blocked near Federal. Your best bet this morning is to take Louisiana Avenue.
Welcome back at 6:42 right now on your Tuesday morning, taking a live look outside downtown Denver and I-25, moving along just fine in this section. Today it's going to be cold. We already hit our high for the day, and that's setting us up for a really chilly next few days. Ed has all the details in his full forecast.
Steve on your side has a scam alert this morning out of Douglas County. The sheriff there is warning of a jury duty scam making the rounds again in the county. Now, Sheriff Darren Weekly says the scam seems to be particularly targeting seniors. You've surely heard about it, but he says it's getting more sophisticated.
Yeah, there's been an uptick in this scam in recent days, and the sheriff says multiple people have fallen for it. 9 News consumer investigator Steve Stager is here. Break down how this works.
It's fascinating. You get a call from a local number, and the voice on the other end of the line says they're with the police department or the sheriff's office. There's a warrant for your arrest for missing jury duty, and the only way to stop from being arrested is to deposit some money. Now, that should be a red flag as it is, but the sheriff says in some cases these scammers are doing their research before they make the call. They know about the cops in your area, might know the name of the sheriff or the name of the sheriff's command staff. They may know information about you personally, anything that they can scrape up online to sound more credible. And they are targeting seniors knowing that they may be less aware that this is an actual scam. The sheriff says no officer would ever arrest you for missing jury duty. And the best thing to do in this case, hang up the phone.
And they'll create a sense of urgency with the victim. So the victim may not think that they have time to think this thing out and then just be rushed into making these deposits or getting these gift cards or things like that. But it's important for people to remember that a genuine law enforcement agency will not do this with people.
So chances are, if you're watching this, you're thinking, I would never fall for that. Sheriff Weekly says if you have a senior in your life who's savvy, maybe not so savvy about technology, have a one-on-one conversation with them and let them know that this scam is out there and to be suspicious when someone calls like this. These scammers are taking people for anywhere from between $2,000 to $4,000. Weekly says in one case in Douglas County, the senior told the scammer they'd go down to the sheriff's office, sort all of this out. And the scammer told them that if they did, they would be arrested on the spot. And so they paid the deposit. We'll say it again. Cops aren't going to arrest you for a jury fine. If something seems suspicious, it probably is.
Yeah, I mean, it really bugs you whenever they're doing this to elderly people. So make sure you talk to the loved ones in your life. It's gotten to the point that we have so many scammers out there. I don't even answer my phone anymore. I feel like if it's important enough, you're going to leave me a voicemail so I can call you back.
Yeah, I've taken to start texting people. If I'm a suspicious number, just say, hey, here's who I am. Here's what I want to talk to you about ahead of time. Just because I don't answer suspicious numbers anymore either.
Right. It's unfortunate they're getting so savvy with these.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a line for anything that someone could say on the other line.
Well, and the thought is nowadays we put so much information about ourselves online that it's pretty easy to do your research before you make the call. Before, this might have been a kind of a chance thing. Now they can spend some time doing research and make it a bit more sophisticated.
Yeah, got to make sure the people in your life know about this scam. Steve, thank you. Let's get a check of your forecast now with Ed.
All right, we have some cooler weather today. Yesterday was 40 degrees, only in the 20s today. And then for the weekend, we're not going to get out of the single digits. You see some clouds around the area at this hour. No big deal. 17 degrees is what we're looking at right now. The front has gone through in Denver, so we are seeing those cooler weather. And you can see we have one system, then another system. There's another system sitting out there. And take a look across the nation. All of these are winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, or winter storm watches. Goes from the west coast all the way into western New York State, down to the south here. These are wind advisories for strong winds that they've got going on. There's the front that's dropped through our area, so we are cooling down a little bit over what we saw yesterday, probably already hit today's high. We will see a little bit of cloudy skies, maybe a snow shower later on this afternoon. Tomorrow we catch a little break. We start with sunny skies, then we'll go to partly cloudy skies late in the afternoon. You see the snow over the mountains, and then as the day goes on, that snow pushes in here. This is at 10 o'clock at night, and then we see some snow overnight Friday into Saturday. How much snow do we think we're going to get? Well, let's go to Saturday at about 10 o'clock. and you can see maybe 2.5 inches of snow. So snow, not the big deal here. A lot of cold air can't hold a lot of moisture. What we'll remember from this weekend are those frigid temperatures. So we do have a winter weather advisory and a winter storm watch for the mountains, up to 18 inches of snow, 12 inches of snow down to the southwest, but winds gusting to 50 and 60 miles an hour. And we have a wind chill advisory out east. And then this purple, including the metro area, is a wind chill watch. This goes all 3-day weekend long. You see Saturday at 5 a.m. till Tuesday at 11 a.m. Wind chills at times to 30 below zero. That's a dangerous wind chill. Temperatures today only teens 20s over the eastern plains, teens 20s to around 30 degrees, mountains and west. Lows tonight, single digits in teens east, above and below zero for the high country, to about 12 degrees over on the western slope in Grand Junction. So mostly cloudy skies today, breezy, snow showers late, 24 degrees, 7 degrees with partly cloudy skies tomorrow. Bit of a break with 35 degrees and partly cloudy skies, but a little windy at times. Then the Arctic air settles in. Saturday's high 9, 6 on Sunday, 15 on Monday. And then we start to break out of it. 39 for your Tuesday with partly cloudy skies and mid-40s. Normal by Wednesday and Thursday.
And a very busy Thursday morning. Right now, we're taking a live look from Sky 9 of this welding supply shop that caught on fire early this morning. We have Denver Police as well as Denver Fire Department on scene right now. They are checking for hotspots, but we're also seeing delays. Southbound Federal Boulevard right now is closed. Westbound on Florida Avenue is partially blocked. So the best bet is to either take Sheridan Boulevard or you can hop onto Louisiana Avenue. Again, they are still going to be on scene for quite some time, so keep that in mind. Now, I do want to switch things over to our CDOT cameras because we're also tracking 2 crashes less than a mile away from each other. The first one's right along Thornton Parkway. It looks like it's on the side of the road, but it is causing some major backups for those taking southbound I-25. Now, if you take a look at this camera that we have going on, 84th Avenue, which is right near Thornton Parkway, we have 2 lanes blocked off, and it looks like those are the express lanes, and fire crews just arrived on scene as well as the police department. So let's take a look at our maps right now, because if we zoom in, it's 12 miles per hour. Again, if you're taking southbound I-25, right near 144th Avenue, 2 crashes, those speed times coming in at 16 miles per hour. So you want to give yourself plenty of extra time. Now, we also have another crash, westbound I-70 at Kipling Street. That just popped up, and it's looking like it's causing some backups right along westbound lanes on I-70. Commerce City, we're seeing our usual morning rush hour traffic. Those speed times are clocking in 47 miles per hour.
Brianna, thank you. New this morning, ESPN is reporting Patriots head coach Bill Belichick is leaving the team. You heard me. Belichick has been with the Pats for 24 seasons and won 6 Super Bowls. Belichick had only 1 year left on his contract, and according to ESPN, he will be allowed to go to another team next year. It is not clear if that will happen, but there are 7 head coaching jobs open across the league.
From shoe shining to auctioneering, we are giving you a behind-the-scenes look at some stock show staples.
Well, all things Yeehaw are underway at the stock show right now, and we have 2 adorable guests in studio with us this morning, Rowdy and Ranger, coming up over on KTVD. More on these adorable sheep and how you can see them out at the National Western Stock Show.
We want to get back to that breaking news now. We are learning about a fire at a welding supply shop in Denver early this morning. Sky 9 is over the scene near South Federal Boulevard and West Florida. The fire started around 4 o'clock this morning. Firefighters said it was tough to put it out with all the welding material and obstacles inside. That fire, though, is now under control, and crews are working on some hot spots still there at the scene. No one was hurt. Fire investigators are on scene to learn how exactly this fire started.
Live in Broomfield, where police say they shot and killed a suspect overnight. It happened inside the Village Square apartments behind me here near Highway 287 and 6th Avenue. It all began around 8:45 last night as a call for a domestic related incident. Then police say the shooting happened a few blocks away. Police updated the situation on social media just after 2:30 this morning, saying that the suspect is dead. Police say the investigation is in its very early initial stages. The officer involved has been placed on administrative leave. We're working to get more information for you, and we'll update you on air and online as soon as we learn more. Live in Broomfield, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
It's about to get really cold in Colorado. Communities across the metro area are opening shelters so people can get out of the cold. Lakewood's overnight shelter will be open from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. through Monday. It's on Colfax near Allison Street, just a couple blocks west of Wadsworth. Denver's following the same timeline for its shelters at the former Doubletree and Best Western hotels on Quebec.
Well, you're right. The 3-day weekend is going to be a bitter cold one. Here's what we got right now. 17 degrees. Cold front's gone on through. That's just going to keep us cooler than yesterday's 40-degree reading at 24 degrees with cloudy skies, maybe snow late. 35 for tomorrow, a little break. And then look at this. Arctic air Saturday, 9 degrees. Sunday, 6 degrees. And even Monday, 15 degrees with a chance for snow each of those days. We finally start to break out of it by Tuesday with a high nearing 40 degrees.
We are here at the 118th National Western Stock Show. Hundreds of thousands of people come out over the course of the best 16 days in January. We get to be 4 of the lucky ones this year. Now, you already know we love the petting zoo, the turkey legs. But this year, we thought we'd show you some other interesting things as well.
We're in the Beef Palace, and this is where the Junior Livestock Auction takes place, and this is the voice of that auction, John Corey. John, we've done a lot of events together. It's nice to see you again.
It's so nice to see you again as well. So we're going to start with some tongue twisters this morning. A big brown bug, but a big brown bear. Okay, all together.
Big brown bug, but a big brown bear.
A big brown bug, but a big brown bear.
Big brown bug, but a big brown bear.
Now this is a staple of the National Western Stock Show. Brother Harris started this boot shine and leather care business 66 years ago. 3 generations running now. They're here for all 16 days of the stock show. They take care of anything boots, and every year people come back to have the Harris family take care of their boots.
Brown bug, but a big brown bear.
A big brown bug, but a big brown bear. A big brown bug, but a big brown bear. A big brown bug, but a big brown bear.
Western tradition has been here at the stock show for 44 years now. You won't find Rick in a brick and mortar shop. They only go to stock shows. They do 4 a year, including here and Cheyenne Frontier Days, and they do custom shaping and fitting, as you can see right here. Rick even got a hat for Jordan's head shape. Perfect.
A big brown bug, but a big brown bear. A big brown bug, but a big brown bear. Beautiful. Oh, give yourselves a hand. That was awesome.
Is English?
That was beautiful.
And this is John's 20th year, so a lot to see out here. So come out and see the National Western Stock Show. Yeehaw!
Did anybody else practice that on their ride home?
I did.
Hear it right
Big
now.
brown bug.
I don't want to have to
so
say that
hard.
again.
Right?
Well, 9 News is a media partner of the Stock Show. We have a guide to all the events happening on our website right now for you, 9news.com. Rihanna, you got to experience it yesterday yourself.
I did with the baby animals. They were
they
so
were
cute.
so
I am
cute.
so sorry.
Where's
I know-
my pig?
I know. I
you just
left him
remember?
behind. I
Yes,
am
or
so
the little goat. I would have taken anything.
so
I would have
sorry.
settled for a turkey leg.
Turkey
Or
leg,
that,
yeah.
yes.
They weren't open when I was there. Animals were cute though.
By the way, the livestock auction, I get to work with John Corey with that for the livestock auction this year. I'm so excited to MC it. Last year, the record $200,000 cattle. I mean, incredible. And so this year they're hoping to beat that. It all goes to scholarships in these kids.
Are you going to have to do any of the fast talking out there?
There is no way. I leave that to John Corey. He is so talented. Volunteers his time and everything. It's going to be a blast. That's all for us here on Channel 9. We're headed over to KTVD for 2 more hours of news, weather, and traffic. Have a great day.